The Curse at Alton Manor opens this week at Alton Towers, and some photos have just been revealed as to what it's going to look like inside. Today, in this shorter-esque video, I have to say it's a shorter video because my videos are so incredibly long normally. Because we're building up to the opening of this ride, I'm going to analyse all of these images of the inside of the attraction and talk about what they mean for the ride, storyline, and even what they mean for me. When they built the Wicker Man, I just felt a burning passion inside, and sometimes this ride looks amazing, and I can't wait to delve deeper into these images to show you how amazing it looks. And as always, if you do go on to enjoy this video and you do enjoy these sorts of updates and want to see more, then please subscribe. Stay tuned for an opening day vlog at the park. It's gonna be a good one. So, the Curse at Alton Manor, with this video mainly being based on the inside of the attraction, there will be spoilers in this video. So if you don't like spoilers, goodbye. Bye now. Ta-ra! To be fair, I was trying to go into that ride without any spoilers at all, and look where we are now. So maybe I should leave. Let me click off the video real quick. Hello! Now that no one cares about spoilers here, we're going to move on to something that doesn't actually involve spoilers right now. I haven't discussed this fully in depth yet, but the outside facade of the new ride. What used to look like this on Duel now looks more rundown and grey and more of like a sort of older manor. And it's even got signs in the windows saying that it's an open house today and all that malarkey. The crypt that used to have that zombie in it has gone walkies, so no more. And the shop has been completely transformed too, to be extremely well themed, we can assume. But nonetheless, let's get to what the point of this video is, the inside of the attraction. Obviously, as you step into the doors, there's this small section of indoor queue line that was on Duel. I have no idea if that's still there or not. You might just walk in and it just be an empty warehouse. So epic. So we'll leave that bit for now, but onto the ride. Get your builder's hats on. We're going inside. The first room on the ride, I think, they haven't prefaced the specific order of the different rooms on the ride, so it might be completely different. It's going to look like this. How cool does this look? It has a completely different atmosphere and setting to Duel. Like, it doesn't look the same in the slightest. So obviously you've got this mini cartoon-esque Alton Manor front facade recreation. It's got the turret on the right and the other section of house on the left, and to back that up even more, it's got an even smaller version right at the top on the second floor of that cartoony building. So there's a mini Alton Manor inside a slightly bigger Alton Manor inside Alton Manor. Brilliant. You might actually recognise this open-doored massive house thing, because it was the old pop-up house Alton Towers placed in London to do the Curse at Alton Manor marketing stuff. And down the bottom of the road, why the hell did I say road? It's a track. We can see our first little collection of Emily Alton's toys, as you can see. Also, with our first showcase of some of the Easter eggs to do with the rest of the park. Genuinely, I'll tell you this now, there are so many hidden Easter eggs and hints towards other rides and attractions, past or present, in this ride. So there's a lot to go through. There's this big teddy bear with an empty matchbox to the right of it, which appears to have the brand Bjornen on it, which obviously is to do with the Wicker Man story. Big fiery box relating to the big fiery man. And the toy car to the left of it actually has the Queen of Speed written along the bottom of the box, which is a Rita reference. And then behind the walls, you can quite clearly see there's some sort of Toyland Tours reference, which is an old ride at the park that is now the Alton Towers Dungeons boat ride. I completely forgot that existed until just now. Now, my one true worry about this scene is that we can see the top of the warehouse, which I hope's not the case in real life. Although I can assume with our human eyes, the vision that we have will only see the strand of the actual ride itself, because the lighting will be too bright to stop the waves hitting the top of the... I'm sure it'll be fine. Either way, that scene looks very cool. On to the rest of the ride. This dining room scene looks to be where the old dining room scene used to be, like the grand hall. There appears to be some old looking fellas sat at a table, and a mirror can be seen in the background. I mean, it did say that it was going to utilise mirror effects, so could this be one of them? Mirror. Can I mirror myself right now? But this scene alone just goes to show how much theming is going to be on this ride. But this one looks quite demonic. Obviously, the whole story is that Emily Alton is like tormented by her loneliness upstairs in like the attic or whatever, and then her parents are having parties downstairs and she is pretty mad about it. It's a lot more in depth than that, but you know what I mean. There's a huge doll planted to the wall with pins saying that that's the plan for her mum and dad. You do that, mate. Bloody hell, that's messed up. You can clearly see in this scene and others that the big upscaled toys and objects prediction that a lot of us had before has come to fruition. You've obviously got the box of pins, as mentioned. You've got the box of wild mouse poison. Not rat poison. Wild mouse poison. Reference? I think so. You can even see the reference seeps out to the ingredients as well, because the old wild mouse at Alton Towers was actually made of ammonia, water or soda. And that all being said is from Jackson's Pharmacy.
Hi, my name's Francis Jackson.
You've got some body parts above and then a hot water valve as well. That better not explode halfway through the ride and soak the riders, because you know what? If it does, I'll be so happy. We need more water rides. Can't wait. And moving over to the right, we have an UGG Products Corkscrew from Maison Talbot. Corkscrew is a well-known roller coaster that used to operate at the resort. It was in Uggland, and I don't know what the Maison Talbot one is. Tablet. Maison Tablet, but it relates to something, I don't know. I'm not clued up on my history of the park. I'm only 4. On to the next room. Here we are in the torture with dream house room. You can see on the left this drawn out dream house that's been made, saying that her dream is to have somewhere no one can leave. Has anyone checked up on Emily? She doesn't seem okay. Just to the side of that, you have a blue steel blade. Some green looking paint stripper, more doll toy parts, and oh, what is that? Is that a ripsaw blade? I genuinely love how many little nods there are to like their old attractions and obviously the newer ones and stuff. Like it's such a cool little Easter egg thing. I'm gonna be looking for them the entire ride. You know what? Screw the storyline. I'm just gonna be like, wow. It's the 13 Tesla coil. Then also we have the attic scene here. The first noticeable thing I can see is how well themed the roof is. I mean, obviously we are in an attic, so the roof's gonna look like that. But the wooden slats with the light seeping through, it looks simply lovely. Following through, we have loads of boxes, a chalkboard saying, I'll give you a wretched creature. There's some more creepy looking doll fellas, and of course some stonework and cobwebs. Look how cool that looks. Considering the short time they've actually made this ride in, the theming looks better than I could have ever imagined it to. It looks awesome. When all the audio and the effects, the lighting, just the full package in general, when that's all working, is going to look amazing. And it's going to be such a good dark ride. And to be honest, I thought that these images would help add to the story even more, but I feel like they actually sort of back it up even more. We basically start off by seeing Emily Alton, and then she just ends up going crazy and turns into some demon. As I said before, she went from a 3-foot wide house in the queue line for Duel to owning the whole house it's in. Good job. Be sure to leave your thoughts on the ride in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe. Good night.